Hi everybody, I'm moferane and I'm coming to you with Set 'em Straight Foundation, and I keep setting them off my foundation. Today is Tap Your Neighbor Thursday. Yes, as I promised in February, and I've been faithful with it since then, that I will do Tap Your Neighbor Thursdays from February on. And that makes it easier to just like set aside one day a week where I know, um, if God be willing, that I'll post something, be it a how-to video or topic, or like I do, like the pictures and the music, the little slideshows or whatever, which are really cool. You should check them out. Today is Tap Your Neighbor Thursday, and what you do on Tap Your Neighbor Thursdays is you tap a neighbor and you say, "Hey, do you know who Mo Faraday is?" You bring them to my YouTube channel and you show them, and you rate, and you subscribe along with them as well. Become my friend too. Okay? Friends are always welcome. With that being said, I will have to post my links to. I am Mo Faraday on Twitter. MySpace, it should be in my description box somewhere down there. On MySpace, I am 007Devo1 on MySpace. So become my friend over there or whatever. This is my hobby, and I like doing this as a hobby. I'm not trying to be a celebrity, movie star, or anything, or that will get paid for anything. This is just my hobby, and like I stated in a couple of videos ago, if especially if you have a fear of like public speaking or whatever, I think this, YouTube uploading videos is pretty cool. Give you a little practice, as far as with your communication skills, be it in front of a small group, large group, one-on-one, and things of that nature. All right. Well, I was wondering what I was going to talk about, which I seem to have a lot of stuff to talk about, um, because I see a lot, in on my day to day, on a day to day basis. So, mm, I was just wondering, because I said, well, was I going to talk about some ways to get rid of stress, or well, what am I going to talk about? Okay, I do enough friendship videos and things of that nature, and relationships, and so I happen to be having dinner in Denny's tonight, and um, I don't go there too often, but because it's down the street from where I work, because when I do work the job, I work the night shift in particular. Um, the wait staff and like I guess what we should call the night shift manager, kind of knows me. We're also friends on Facebook, what have you. So he was telling me that he had just became a father, and the baby came early, and how the baby was supposed to be born October, well, April 16th. Actually, he had a dream last week that the baby would be born April 5th. And lo and behold, the wife started dilating um, April 4th. And the baby was born April 5th. So it was really cool. So we chit chatted. So as I waited for my meal to come, he brought me my tea. And as I waited for my meal to come, it was an older lady like sitting in the corner, and she just kept looking at me. I'm like, oh, so I'm just gonna pull out my laptop or whatever and use their. I didn't even have to use my wireless because Denny's has free Wi-Fi. So I said, I'm gonna just get on my laptop or whatever, because kind of making me feel uncomfortable staring at me or whatever. But to each his own, whatever. So she approached me, and she was like, do you mind if I sit and talk? And so I looked, and I stopped what I was doing, and my meal hadn't came, so I was like, sure, go ahead. So she was telling me that she had like four daughters. They were all grown. The oldest ranging from like 36 down to like 22, and how that they were dating, and she because she had lost her job, and um, she had had an injury, that she had to move in with one of her daughters. So she figured that, because they're still like, I guess they're closely all knitted around, that it was an opportunity for her to be more closer to her daughters or whatever. Well, she moved in, and all of them are dating. So it's like they're putting their guys, their boyfriends, before her. So then she asked me, she say, so I don't know how old you are, but um, is that like normal to like put your whoever you're dating in front of your parents and things of that nature? And I said, look, I say in today's society, day and time, I say it may have been different from you when I was growing up, or the way you were brought up. And I say, still, she's like, but you're no older than my oldest. And, actually, her oldest is like 2 years older than me. I said, but you have to look at the fact that I have a daughter that I had young, and my daughter's 18. So, of course, naturally, she puts her friends and her boyfriend before me. So I told her, she says, well, how do I cope with, being alone or pushed aside? I said, well, as parents, they still have their own lives. And well, then she actually said, well, do you give advice when you think that someone they're dating is not good? I say, well, when they bring their when my daughter brings her problems to me, I'll give her feedback, and I'll comment on the situation, even though I know that the situation is not a good situation, but you still have to let them make their own choices. So I'll just ask her, is that you think that's something that you want to deal with, or you might want to put up with long term? Or could you see yourself in that? And I made her laugh, and I said, "Damn," she was like, "Yeah, you're right." But then, lo and behold, 5 or 10 minutes later, see the Facebook status. Oh, I'm so in love, my boo, and blah blah blah. You know, things of that nature. So that's just a prime example. So, and she's like, yeah. She said, but you seem like you're so content with it or whatever. I say, that's just how it is. And I say, and I think the hardest part is accepting it. I say, once you learn to accept it, it gets easier. But I said, meanwhile, you should just find different hobbies. For yourself. I say this is a great start. You're having dinner by yourself. I say I have dinner by myself. I go to movies by myself. I go to plays by myself. I even travel by myself. I say unless you want to get back there in the dating arena too. I say because I mean, hey, you still got it. So she laughed. She's like, no, no, no. I said, well, you do need a hobby. I say it's park districts. It's community colleges. Take a knitting class, a crocheting class. Join a book club. Find your hobby because at this point our adult children don't want to be, or teenage to adult children don't want to be your palsy wild. It's all about their friends and their boyfriends. It's just that era. This is what they're going through. Maybe like, or I was raised, I mean, you still, or maybe how she was raised, because she's older than me, maybe you still had your personal life, but it's still, when it was family time, it was family time. And I don't think that is implemented, or it's not heavily emphasized in many households today. That's just my personal opinion. So therefore, we just came to the conclusion that's just how it is, and you just have to be there for them, because children, we're going to always need our parents, or their parents, or whoever raised you. Okay, because sometimes you just need that support, or you need that comforting, that pat on the back from your parents or whoever it was that raised you. So, and I thought this would be like a great video to share with you, YouTubers and my friends and subscribers, because basically there's nothing wrong with being alone. I think, just to bring everything home, and straight to the point, the closing point. Um, there's nothing wrong with being alone. Embrace that moment. I mean, do it, because she even stated that she didn't even know what she wanted to do. Whatever. Well, this, my thing was to her. Well, this is your time to explore. You're free. You've raised them. They're grown, and I mean, do what you've always wanted to do. Maybe it was something that you wanted to do, where when your kids were young you couldn't do it. So now you have an opportunity to do it. So just embrace your aloneness, and get all in it, and just explore now. Okay? So that was my advice to her, and if someone can relate to this story out there in YouTube land, to their personal life in YouTube land, then hey, so be it. And I want to say thanks for listening, and don't forget to rate my video, subscribe, send a topic or two, tell me anything that you think that I could do to do it better. I'm open to suggestions and ideas, but I thank you for viewing me. And with that being said, I'm asking you to live every moment, laugh every day, and love beyond words. Bye bye. Peace.